Hey, welcome into Tommy Bites TV Homestead. Hope you guys are doing well. So, as you enter, please hit that like, share, comment, all those good things. And if you haven't subscribed, I would love for you to join the channel by subscribing and turning on your notifications. So, guys, I have multiple stories today, so I'm just going to jump right into it. The first one, we're going to talk about the recall that's going on right now. Blah, 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 blah. Here we go. So we have ALDI, who has a recall going on of their popular frozen spring rolls. So if you have purchased these or know someone who shops at ALDI, check with them, show them this video, or let them know, hey, if you bought those spring rolls, you may want to take them back. So they've been recalled after the wrong items were packaged in the boxes. Unsuspecting shoppers with allergies could accidentally bite down on a hidden ingredient that can put their lives at risk. The manufacturers of Fuchsia Asian Inspirations veggie spring rolls admitted that some rolls containing shrimp were accidentally put in the package. This is life-threatening for people with shrimp or shellfish allergies, as they could go into anaphylactic shock. The veggie spring rolls were exclusively sold at ALDI in 10-ounce packages. The packages that were affected have the UPC, as you can see right here. You can, pause it and get that UPC off of it, and a best before date of May 17th, 2027. The company is still investigating how the shrimp spring rolls were put in the vegetable spring roll packages. Anyone who had purchased the Fuchsia Asian Inspiration products have been advised not to eat it. Instead, they could discard or return the frozen food for a full refund. No injuries have been tracked back to the packaging mix-up so far, but do not eat it. The spring rolls were manufactured by Typhoon USA in Seattle, Washington. This isn't the first recall that ALDI has issued for this year. In August, the popular discount brand recalled 20,000 units of their popular snack over fears it contained hidden pieces of plastic. The affected item was the Park Street Deli Cinnamon Bun Dessert Dip. Health officials fear that anyone who ate the dip could be at risk of injury or choking on the plastic. Shoppers who have purchased a recalled item should not panic. Follow the announcement closely. Do not eat it and return it. Most often, manufacturers issue recalls as a precautionary measure, so most shoppers are likely safe, they say. However, if you happen to have a product that has been put at risk by these companies, urge customers to return the items anyway. Okay, so moving on to the next thing, we are going to do Starbucks. So Starbucks has a number of things going on. They have about 18,000 stores. So they're getting rid of just 1%, but that 1% is going to cost a lot of people their jobs. So this is the new CEO who's been shaking things up at the Starbucks. Let me make sure I am sharing with you guys. I feel like I'm not sharing the right thing. Hold on for a second. I think I'm not sharing the right image. Let's see. Starbucks. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay. Yep, there we go. Okay, so this is the new CEO. His name is Brian Nicole, and he's reviving the coffee house, and he's making all these plans, and he's getting rid of things. He's rechanging a lot going on. Some people like it, some people don't. But what's happening now is they are getting rid of 400 of their Starbucks locations. Now, they haven't said all of the locations, but there's been a few trickling out. So the first major switch up is the closure of 400 of the Starbucks locations following a review of the company's North America coffeehouse spots. Starbucks has since confirmed to Restaurant Dive that the shutters of these businesses would mostly be in the next few days, with the goals of it getting back to Starbucks' plan in mind. The coffee giant access each store in terms of the profitability. So therefore, if it's not performing, you gotta go. So during the review, they identified some of those coffee houses that were not meeting their quota. Starbucks is hoping to retool its coffee houses to be more of a third place, a destination outside of the home and work where people can gather and socialize. The CEO admitted that while Starbucks opens and closes locations each year for reasons such as low sales or expired leases, the newest round of closures was a more significant action that would impact fans and employees alike. So I'm not going to get into their numbers, but like I said, they have around 18,000 stores. The chain is plotting to open new coffee houses in 2026 and revamp over 1,000 of their Starbucks locations. But we all know even when stores revamp, they still end up closing some of those locations. So round 2 is layoffs. Aside from the closures that will sweep Starbucks, the coffee chain is planning to cut back on non-retail staff and expenses, including laying off roughly 900 current non-retail workers on Friday and closing many open positions. So this marks the second round of layoffs during this new CEO's time at the Starbucks, following the company's move to axe 1,100 corporate workers in February. So the shutdowns and the layoffs will cost the coffee house around $1 billion in restructuring costs per an SEC filing from Thursday, with roughly $150 million rather of that going towards employee separation benefits. An additional $400 million we've spent on disposal of store assets from the locations that shut down, and around $450 million will be incurred from early lease termination. So even if their lease is not up, if that store is not performing, they're cutting it. They're axing that particular store. Okay. So let's move on to the next one, which is going to be Walmart. Because, I can't do a store without doing I can. But it's here nonetheless. So Walmart is shutting down permanently. Let me say that. And I put that in my title for those people who don't understand how YouTube works. If I tell you everything in the title, you're not going to click on it. But if I tell you something in the title, that's what I'm talking about. I just didn't give you the full story, and you have to click it to get the full story. It's not my fault that you interpreted it wrong. Anyway. Two different locations. Okay, so one's in the US and one's in Canada. So let's start with, well, I already pulled this one up, so we'll just start with this one. And I probably have covered this one before, but this is a reminder that Walmart is closing at the end of the month. Okay. Walmart announced last week it is closing a major store location in Federal Way, Washington at the end of the month. The Walmart store and pharmacy are located at 1900 South 314th Street in the Seattle metropolitan area, along with the general shopping areas. The store also has an auto care center, wireless service, and a photo center. So basically it's a super center, and they're shutting down on October 31st permanently. Okay. According to a worker adjustment and retraining notification, 253 employees will be affected by the store closure. Walmart announced that the impacted employees will be able to transfer to another Walmart to continue their employment elsewhere. It comes after Walmart revealed the next chapter in store AI with some shocking predictions as a result. So it's going to be AI taking over a lot of people's jobs. I heard, well, somebody sent me an email about it, but I haven't gotten around to that email because I had so much going on. But I read the subject, and the subject was that a delivery service was using AI for delivery. And also I saw an article that China asked about 60,000 or more of their workers because they replaced them with AI. Walmart has replaced a lot of workers already with AI with the stuff that they do in their fulfillment centers. A couple of years ago, they did it in Atlanta, and they did it again somewhere else. So, of course, Walmart is saying they're grateful for everybody. They look forward to serving them at their Federal Way Super Center or other nearby locations or on Walmart.com. Walmart has owned the closing stores lot since 1998. So they've been there a long time when it was acquired by the RG Content Family Trust for only $423,000, and they have made millions. Okay. Let's see. The value is now 17.9 million, and they only spent 423 in purchasing it. So I said that's a pretty good investment, right? But they're closing now. The closing location doesn't have a full grocery store, unlike the fully equipped nearby supercenter. So it's not a supercenter. I've never seen a what do you call it? Marketplace that had a area for them to work on vehicles and stuff. But anyway, it has been there since 1998, so it's an older store. There are 2 Walmart supercenters within 5 miles of that closing location. The Walmart Superstore on 16th Avenue South and Federal Way underwent remodels in 2024. So apparently that didn't work. And the nearby Auburn Mall Walmart Supercenter location will be remodeled in 2026. And it would not surprise me if they decide not to remodel that and just shut it down as well. Because remember, in Portland, they got rid of all their Walmart. So, okay, so what's the other one? So they say 23,000 people are employed by Washington State's other 63 Walmart stores. No other stores have plans to shut down, but like plans, they pop up like weeds, right? So who needs a plan when you have that kind of money? You can say, hey, we need to shut this one down right here. The next story is a Walmart story, but it is the one, if I'm not mistaken, it's in Canada. I looked it up and it says Canada. So for all my Canadian people, Walmart is permanently closing their doors in Prince Rupert, BC. Walmart has permanently closed, and they've already closed it. If you pulled it up, because when I pulled it up trying to see exactly where it was, it says temporarily closed, but this article says permanently closed. So Walmart has permanently closed its doors in Prince Rupert. The store has been temporarily closed since July 30 due to concerns about its building they're building, but in a Facebook post Monday, the company said the closure will now be permanent. So there you go. It is a permanent closure. Effective immediately, it says in the Facebook post, is in quotation, we know how much the community valued. Are y'all seeing what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all are. Okay. Okay. I lost where I was. Oh, it moved. It jumped on me. Well, that's the Federal Way one. Why did it go there? Why did it go to Federal Way? Hold on. Let me pull it back up. When I jumped out, it switched over. So let's go back to it. So they're saying, we know how much the community valued this store. And while this is not the outcome we hoped for, this decision was only made after a full review of options. So the store's closure has had an impact on many people in the community, particularly low-income shoppers or those who make bulk purchases, as there are few similar options available in the North Coast city, which also serves remote indigenous communities. Wow. The next closest Walmart location is Terrace, BC. And that is 144 kilometers away along in single lane mountain highway. So what happened to make this place close? Let's see. The exact reason for the original closure has been unclear since July 30, when the Facebook page for the Rupert Square Mall, which houses the store, posted a photo of a sign indicating the Walmart was temporarily shut down. Dear Prince Rupert, it reads, I saw this coming to work this morning. Please contact Walmart as there was no communication with the mall, the post reads. So they didn't even let the mall know that they were temporarily closing and why they were temporarily closing. The mall just happened to see the Facebook post that is right here in your face. And it says the Prince Rupert store is temporarily closed. Pharmacy patients to speak to a pharmacist or to arrange pickup or delivery online orders, then you can contact that number. Later that same day, a second post clarified that all other stores in the mall were open. The following day, the Facebook page for Walmart in Prince Rupert issued a posting stating the safety of our customers and associates is a top priority. As a result, we've temporarily closed the store to assess the need for repair. So maybe the store was falling apart. I don't know. They said no information about the nature of the needed repairs nor a timeline for reopening was ever provided. And now they're closing permanently or have closed permanently because they didn't even open back up from the temporary closure. The closure followed a May 27 incident in which the sidewalk outside of that Rupert Square Mall collapsed, forcing a closure, but the mall and the Walmart reopened the next day. So that area is kind of messed up over there, apparently. And so Walmart is pulling out before something happened that they're going to have to pay for. But if they broke the lease, they're going to have to pay anyway. And of course, Walmart did not reach out for a comment. Oh, Lord, that's a lot. I remember when the Target store, I don't remember where it was, but I do recall that there was a Target store. Let me see if I can pull it up, because I still don't know what happened with that store. Target store. Oh, let me see. Target building. I think this was last year, maybe, that they collapsed. Now, I know that a building 6 days ago, a building in the Bronx partially collapsed. And now residents are afraid to return, which I don't blame them. I would be scared too. Okay, so this was in Virginia. This was last year. I've never seen an update on this story, so I can't really update this story. But y'all can let me know in the comments. Do y'all remember it? Wait a minute, let's see. Do y'all remember this story right here? When it happened, I was like, okay, when they gonna give us an update on this? You know, the building fell apart. When they gonna show us this? Okay, no, there we go. So yeah, because it was a video to it and everything. Let's see. I need the music, but the Target building was partially collapsed due to something. Let me see. Oh, that went kind of fast. That went kind of fast. What's going on? Come on, mouse. My mouse is not mousing today. I think it needs to be charged, but I broke my charger. So anyway, yeah, the hillside was slipping and it caused the target. See how this is right here? Are y'all seeing what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all are. Okay. So see how this is all collapsed in right here, and that corner of the building was actually sinking into it. So it was slipping into the hillside. It caused the back part of the building to partially collapse, the target. And that was in Barbersville, West Virginia. And they had to shut down. And I don't know how long before they reopened, because I don't think I ever did an update on it. So I don't know. But yeah, we got to be careful when we go in these stores. We don't know what kind of foundation these stores are sitting on. But this is what it looked like right here. So while the rest of the store was fine, they still had to have engineers come out. They evacuated the Target and that area, the houses that were around it. But they had to bring the engineers out, investigate to make sure it was nothing structural with the entire building. So yeah, I remember when that happened. Yeah, I definitely remember that. So that's it, y'all. That's all I got for y'all right now. Thank y'all for watching. I do appreciate you being here. It means so very much to me. And I'm not being mean when I said what I said earlier about the title and all of that. I was just like, why are people freaking out about some clickbait? I have seen channels do clickbait. I have not done clickbait. I don't do clickbait. Whatever my title says, I'm going to talk about what my title says. It is not my fault that how I word it, though, that's to draw you in. That's not to clickbait you, because I'm going to talk about what I talked about. I talked about the 2,500 stores or whatever. I talked about that. But I get it. You thought it was closing permanently. Know me, if you know me, but you don't. Some of you guys have been here long enough to know if a store is closing permanently. I kind of always put it in there permanently. It's been a few times I probably haven't done that, but anywho, it is what it is. You can't go to people's channel and you can voice your opinion, but you can't tell them how to run their channel. So let's remember that, because we don't come on your job and tell you how to do yours. And this is a job at the end of the day. And even though you say, I'm doing it just to get the clicks, anybody who has a YouTube channel wants people to click on, want people to watch. So I try to bring you news that you can use that's helpful, beneficial, maybe even a reminder of something, that's coming up that I've probably already told you about, or you probably already know about, but it's just a reminder, because life gets to life, and before you know it, that time will roll up and you'll forget, oh, hey, I didn't even do that. Let me run out and try to get this or that and the third. And maybe that place is shut down for that day or whatever. So yeah, I'm, not out here trying to dupe anybody. I'm not out here. I'm just trying to provide whatever. So I think it's more of an issue that the people have with me in general, and that's a you issue. That's not a me issue, because I'm going to continue to bring you the news that you can use over here on TOMMYBITES Homestead. I'm going to continue to bring the garden, even if you don't watch it. I'm going to continue to bring whatever I bring you over here, because this is my channel, and this is I'm not running it crazily. I'm providing information along the way, and I'm sharing my journey of whatever I'm going through along the way. And for those of you who get it, I surely do appreciate you. I thank you for coming in. And it's always typically new people who come in and, for whatever reason, having a messed up day, and they want to mess up your day. How Tabitha Brown say that? If you're not having a good day, don't you go messing up nobody else's. Well, I ain't gonna let you mess up mine, honey. Okay. Cause I done been through a whole lot, and you might, get me heated, but you're not gonna mess up my day. Okay. Because God created this day for me, and he created it for you, and what you do with it is your business, and what I do with it is mine. And as long as I am doing right by him, I'm okay with that at the end of my day. So that is what it is. Now I got to go pick up my daughter from work and get back out here and do some more spark delivery, because I hustle and I try to grind to get what I need. Okay. If I don't have it, I work to try to get it. However that is, whether it's doing 3 YouTube channels and doing Spark Delivery and occasionally Uber, which I kind of left them alone because they ain't paying nothing really. But Spark has been doing good by me, so I'm gonna go on out there and I'm gonna go on and get it. So y'all take care and y'all stay safe. Okay, I'm just playing around. I know y'all don't know my demeanor if you're new here, but anyway, I'm just playing around, but I'm kind of serious on what I said, you know. You get what I'm saying? So thank y'all for watching. Thank you for clicking on, and thank you for subscribing if you have. And if you see the hype button come up, and sometimes it don't come up, you have to be in the comments and kind of swipe over for it to come over. Hit the hype button and hype my videos up. Okay, push me out to more people. Okay, let's get my views up. Let's do all of those things so more people will get the news on the go that they can use. Okay, so bye y'all. Y'all take care. Remember that I love you, but God truly loves you more. He created only one you. Be the very best you that you could be. And when you are, please go out and spread God's love. Don't be out here spreading hate. Don't be doing that. That don't bless you in the end. It don't bless you in the end. And I want you to be blessed. So get blessed up, stay blessed up, keep prepping, prepare today. Because y'all, it's a storm coming this weekend on the East Coast. South Carolina, moving on up North Carolina. Be careful because they're in Florida and they're calling for some flooding in certain areas. So be careful out there. And that's my birthday weekend. It's supposed to be raining on Saturday. Oh my goodness. But anyway, y'all ain't gonna mess up my week. Okay? Y'all gonna mess up my week. I just buried my sister. And my mother is sick. I'm going to see my mother. I'm going to celebrate her birthday because I didn't get to see her for her birthday on the 1st. And we're going to celebrate mine. God willing. But that's what we're going to do. And ain't nobody going to mess that up because ain't nothing you can do or say to me that's going to hurt me after everything I done dealt with in the last couple of weeks and whole year and last year with losing my father. Nothing you can do. You could try, but please don't, because I'm not about blocking people. I'll leave it there. Bye, y'all.